So, given it's the grand final, we think we should talk to somebody, but it would be really too easy to talk to somebody in the grand final, wouldn't it?
Oh, bugger the people in the grand final, like la-di-da.
Yeah, I know. You know, you've got lots of TV screen time. What we want to do is talk to somebody who was deprived of that, unfortunately, and really shouldn't have been.
Exactly. She should have been there.
Hey, Liesel, how you going?
Hey, guys. Great reminder on that. Thank you so much for reminding me that I wasn't in the final.
I know. We just have to drag up the memories.
You know what we should say? It's brilliant. We've got a semi-finalist on the line.
We've got a semi-finalist. Actually, that would have been a much better way to do it. You're right.
Yeah.
We'll start. No, we won't start again. I'm not going to start.
It doesn't sound that impressive, does it? It doesn't sound that impressive as going, oh, we've got a finalist on the line. It's like, yeah, we've got a semi-finalist. Like, we're pretty budget here. Like, we're not
You're
getting
talking to someone whose, like, greatest achievement in life is, like, getting you tried ribbons at school and...
Yes. And the good effort, like the gold star, that was all me.
Participation awards.
I got a great one of those. I got a great one of those for tunnel ball.
Oh, my God. What about leaderball? Did you play leaderball?
No, we did Newcombe ball, which I think might be similar. We did Newcombe ball, except the problem was that I wasn't very good at the Newcombe ball one because I kept on hitting people in the head with it. That wasn't accidental, by the way. I just didn't like the people in the first 3 rows.
So you would have gotten a ribbon for not participating. Like, thank you so much.
Thank you for not causing a headache. We don't want to ring parents. We greatly appreciate your lack of effort today. It would have been so much better. But no, first of all, sort of have to apologise because, I may have said when we made our predictions for the grand final that, Liesel will do really well, but I think she might just come fourth. Sorry about that.
You did this to me. Even though we filmed it 4 or 5 months ago, 6 months ago even, you did this to me.
We'd like to think we have an impact though. I mean...
Yeah, you're just channeling into the occult power couple Paul and Tegan's vortex into the past. Exactly. That's how they've been manipulating Bake Off.
Exactly. We just sort of channel through them and we sort of are the little apparitions in the corner going, bake better.
But, you guys got it right. You guys got it right and they got it wrong. I mean, Paul went for Toot Toot and he didn't end up taking it out. So,
and as we pointed out a little bit earlier as well, Christy called it.
I have spidey senses.
Yeah, she called the whole thing.
Exactly.
And I don't want to, say that I'm like that octopus who can predict World Cup winners, but
you've got 8 arms and you're doing pretty well.
Yeah, that's just my my Indian goddess heritage.
And your ability to hold your breath underwater is something to behold.
I know. Just see where I spread ink out of. Anyway.
Oh, my God.
Anyway, so
I got this year's winner for Bake Off. I picked out this year's winner for MasterChef. Picked out last year's winner for British Bake Off. And the
season before was British Bake Off.
And the season before British Bake Off. Oh, this year's and last year's.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to hire you as my personal betting coach. Like, you're going to have to come down to the TAB with me.
Yeah. And
not that I've ever bet before in my life.
No, but this is why you need the guidance.
Yeah.
It can only be on
baking shows.
Reality food shows.
Reality food shows, that's the only thing that we can predict is reality food.
Probably until this point, in which case I've lost all my powers now.
Although watch out, because I've got a feeling that the next series of Bake Off, you're likely to pick someone the first week out.
Yes, that's going to be what happens.
Just to mess with it. So what was it like for you? And again, it's one of these questions that, it's going to sound harsher than it actually is.
You're going to sound like a total asshole, but I know where you're going with it.
I don't know what.
He's not a total asshole. He's part dick.
No. I just said he sounds like one by asking the question.
Yeah, no. He's also part dick.
Apparently I'm part dick. Anyway, so I'm part asshole, part dick. Apparently, yeah. Anyway, moving on. What the day of the grand final itself, without having to worry about the stress of baking, although you much would have rather had to have worried about the stress of baking. What was it like to sort of get to watch because of course that was also your first chance to sort of watch it sort of from a distance. What was it like to watch it all?
It was pretty amazing. But also at the same time, I was like, holy shit, thank God I am not in there because, oh, my God, the stress levels. Whew. I knew that even if I got to the finals, I wouldn't have been able to compete against any of those guys, any of the other 3, just because they're all so good at cakes and I don't really do cake that much, which sounds shit because that's a baking
show.
Bake-off.
I know, right? I know. It's like week 1, cakes, guys. Every single week 1 is cakes.
It's like whenever people go into MasterChef and don't know how to, work on their chocolate work and get surprised when they're asked to do chocolate work without fail. And they're like, what? I wasn't expecting to do chocolate. It's like every year. What do you
Basically. I love making cakes, but I'm nowhere near the skill level of the other 3. So I was like, you know what? I am so glad I'm standing on the outer here. And I'm like, yes, you go. You bake that cake. Go, Mon and Liv and Antonio. I'm going to stand out here and drink some wine and
and eat cake.
Yeah. I'm going to stand out here and not be stressed at all. Good luck.
I can do the eating cake part quite well, but it's just making it not so much.
Well, but we're seeing video evidence of the eating cake
We'll come back to the eating cake quite well outside the tent. That we're going to keep that powder dry for the moment.
Okay.
But even when I got voted out in the semis, Liv and I, she told you, I listened to your podcast. She told you that we got together the night before and we're like, oh well, we're both making.
Oh no.
Every one of us isn't, because that's how it's going to have to go. And
we're going to fill
both just like,
yep.
And both of us were like, you know what? That's cool. And when I went, sucked in. You have to do the finals briefs. Like, get screwed. Imagine the technical for that. Like, I'm going to go drink and eat food with Fee in Sydney all this week. So bye. And she'll attest to that. So we were having a good night drinking before that. Mate.
Yeah, I'm actually going to head there in a minute, just to let you know as well. We had a slight drop out there. We're not going to worry about it though. We're going to pretend we're just going to make up what you said later on and fill it in later. So look forward to what you said. But no, we'll run with the trip in Sydney with Fee, because
I really want to know what happened.
I really want to know about this, because I think that the interesting part being that Sweary Canary being from out of town, taking you on a food tour of Sydney is incredibly interesting, and I really want to know how that went down.
Oh, we got so fat, Fee and I. Oh my God! In the one day, we consumed enough pastry to fill a room. Like, it's.
So where'd you go to? Like, where did you eat all the pastries?
You know what? She was kind of in charge of all that, because, like, if you want someone to plan a food journey for you in any country of the world, she's the woman to hit up. Like, hit her up if you're planning a holiday and you want to eat, because she knows everything about everywhere.
She's got a giant world map, I believe, with just, like, restaurants listed everywhere, and she can just call it up in a moment's notice. That one. Top
exactly. 5. We had the first day, because she sent me this itinerary on an email as well. Like, I'm not even shitting you. She's so Asian. She's so organised. She's, love it.
That sounds about right.
And she called it, like, Fee and Liesel's Day of Gluttony.
Nice.
And I don't know, we went to this place that had, like, flowers, their food. It was something like Petal something. I don't know. We went to the Burke Street Bakery.
Yep.
We went to Black Star. Where else did we go? We went and ate a lot of Asian food as well. There was like an all-you-can-eat kind of.
That's really hard to find in Sydney. I don't know where you went.
No. It wasn't. I say all-you-can-eat, but genuinely, I got there with Fee and a couple of other friends, and we just sat there, and she's like, okay, we're going to have this, we're going to have that, we're going to have that from the menu. She's like, you guys like this? You're going to like this. Yeah, we're going to order this, that. And I'm just going, that's a lot of food, Fee. She's like, yeah, but we'll eat it all, right? And I'm like, oh.
That's the challenge. That's setting up for the challenge right there. We're going to eat it all right. Right.
Right.
Argue.
Yes, Fee. Sorry, I'm scared of you.
Yes, Matt. Yes, swear, Canary. Please don't swear at me.
So she's trying to, like, force in an extra dumpling. She's like, there are starving children in Africa and I've brought you here.
No, she'd be going, there are fucking starving children in fucking Africa.
She'd have to throw in all the fuckings. It's mandatory at this point in time.
Oh, God, yeah. Oh, my God, yeah. You guys are going to have to excuse me for a moment. Well, not excuse me. I'm not stopping talking to you. I'm just opening a beer.
That's fine. We're okay with this.
I need a drink.
We've had drinking. We've had drinking on the podcast before. It's just now live. This is great.
This is good. We're taking it.
That's fine.
No, we're fine with this. This is great radio. We love it.
I'm overage.
I know. That's fine. We're legitimately going, that's great.
It's not like Antonio go, I'm just going to open a beer.
No, as I told Antonio.
And then you hear Antonio's mum come in and smack the shit out of him for drinking.
No. Given what we saw in the grand final with Antonio's grandmother, she'd smack him in the head for drinking the wrong brand. So after Antonio's grandmother was all about smoking, it's like it's got to be the right brand. It's like
Yep,
that's perfect. That's perfect there. So let's talk about the semi-final, shall we?
Yeah, let's do it.
you guys still there?
Yeah. We'll talk about the semi. We'll bring it up.
Hello?
Well, we've got you still. Have you got us?
No.
Hang on a minute.
I can't hear anything.
We apologise for this technical delay. We'll be with you shortly. This technical break is brought to you by our special sponsor.
And that sponsor is Simon Nelson, Liesel's boyfriend, the most supportive person ever, even though he started dating her 2 weeks before she left to film Bake Off. Good on you, babe. You always eat what I make, even if it looks like crap.
That is how you shout somebody out.
Do.
So the semi-final. We need to.
We do.
We really need to go there. Now,
Let's just tear the Band-Aid off that wound.
let's tear the Band-Aid off the Schichttorte.
Yes.
Oh, God, the Schichttorte. It was a total Schichttorte. I mean, Liv out Schichttorted me good. Like, it was so moist, and my heart broke. And it's like the moment where they ate Olivia's Schichttorte, and then they just looked at me and they're like, you know what? It's moist. And I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake.
And what I love it was just before that, you turned around to them and tried to tell them, they're always dry. They're always dry. No one makes a moist one of these. Liv presented. Man, this is moist.
Exactly. And then I'm like, oh, okay, I look like an idiot. Sorry, like, I look like I'm just trying to convince them they're meant to be dry when all along Liv has made a moist Schichttorte. And you know what? That was amazing on her. Like, full props to her, because the night before we got together, we had some wine. But by some wine, I mean a lot of wine. And we were making
So in Olivia's world, that's some wine.
Yeah.
some wine, like 3 or 4 bottles. And we were making these shitty torts and these snickerdoodle, bloody, snotty gobble, whatever they're called. And we were sitting there going, these are the worst cakes in history. They don't even taste good. They're just like a rubber sponge. And we're just sitting there like, why the fuck did we pick these? Oh, God. And so we're like dunking them in the wine, like, oh my God, it's better if you dunk it in wine.
You know what? It suddenly becomes really moist if it's absorbing the wine. It's suddenly really moist.
Yeah.
Is it what would?
I'm thinking she dunked hers in Cointreau because.
I'm just thinking she does hers in Cointreau because why not?
Yeah. Like, why not? Why not get Matt and Maggie pissed? They were like, oh my God, that's a really good orange flavour.
I don't remember any other ones, but that was incredible.
I realized I had vicarious trauma because, like, as soon as that happened and I saw your face, it was like I was like thrown back into the bagel moment where you're in the background, just had your beetroot bagels eaten, and then Antonio presents his beetroot bagels, and I'm like, no, it's bagels all over.
And it was
again.
both times too. They're judging them, and they kept on cutting to your face.
Yeah, pretty much. I think that kind of sums up my bake-off experience. It's like, Liesel's done something, but wait a second, Antonio did it better.
You know what? If you were on like Great British Bake Off this year, you would have won the whole bloody thing. Like, it's just that you're against like a whiz kid and like this protege that just came through at the same time.
And it was incredible to sort of watch, that semi-final and the way that it was progressing, and like I think I tweeted the week before that I was a bit worried that you were in trouble the week before too, with the week that Fee went home, and
yeah.
And I mean, it was it was interesting for us to have a look at that because if you went back through the week before that and the week before that, you'd come first in the technical 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah. I was so stoked to come first in those technicals, like especially because pastry week. Like pastry's my thing. Like I love making pastry because I love eating it. It's just
Exactly. That's the most important reason.
And I genuinely did think I was going home the week that Fee went home because her bubka like out-bubkered mine for sure. Like, did you hear Matt? He was like, it's pita bread. And I'm like, you know what?
It was free form. It's free form.
Like pita bread.
You're like, bubka's from the Jewish people who are from the Middle East. And
leavened bread.
And leavened bread is from that area too. It's like panettone and bubka.
My Middle Eastern bubka.
Look, it's a traditional Lebanese bubka.
I think I could pull off that Schichttorte is dry, not that bubka's Middle Eastern.
Yeah, the German heritage carries you a little bit of weight. The other one not so much. But you did come first though, and said the two technicals before sort of we headed towards babka with the lamb Wellingtons, and the one before that, which I need to bring up, which was Neenish Tart Week.
Yes,
I hate Neenish Tart. I'm going to put that right out there. They suck.
Okay.
Do you think eclairs are?
Yeah.
Do you think eclairs are above the Neenish Tart? Like you.
The Neenish tarts I hated purely because I really don't like buttercream. Like, I don't use it. I don't bake with it. I hate making it and I hate eating it.
Also, they were the wrong colour.
They were not the wrong colour. The documentary said they should be black and white or brown and white.
Yes. And I got pulled up because mine weren't orange enough. And I'm going, I thought they were black and white.
Yes.
Yeah, well, Twitter polls argue otherwise, okay? I won that week hands down, fair and square. And by fair and square, I mean I voted 3 times. And actually, I voted twice. And
the winner of Bake Off.
The winner of Bake Off went with me too. So, victory. I won that one.
Fine, but Liesel and I are technically correct.
And look, to be honest...
She won the technical.
And well done. She did win the technical on Neenish Tart, so technically that counts.
Yes.
I like your thinking. I will, however, now sort of admit that I like Neenish Tarts, but they're not my favourite thing in the world.
No.
It just became a point of contention between the two of us, and it just became fun to argue it.
Yeah.
We were legitimately arguing it.
Like, they're pretty good, but when you're making, like, the mock cream...
Oh, no.
In the middle of them,
yeah, the mock cream, if the mock cream in a Neenish Tart is wrong, it's
wrong.
horrible.
It's got gelatin in it. Like, when you're making it, it's slapping around the bowl, making this awful sound, and you're going, this does not look like something I want to eat.
Well, the funny part was that the week of...
So you fapped some cream into creation, did you?
And she's off to the races.
I loved it.
Yeah?
Maggie has said to me, she's like, you know what? I prefer buttercream more than I like cake. And I'm going, Maggie,
What?
you're a weirdo. Like,
What? Buttercream more than cake?
yes, she will eat buttercream off a piece of cake and leave the cake. She's that kind of person. Full disclosure, but good on her. She's got to have a fault. She's so sweet, but she's got to have some kind of downfall.
The fault is, would you like your buttercream wrapped in cake?
Yeah.
Just Maggie Beer out the back when they're washing up the plates.
That's why she likes her ice cream range so much. It reminds her of buttercream.
There we go.
We sorted it. Problem solved. Well done. We're breaking down the really difficult issues of the world today.
We're doing something. Maybe that.
I'm enjoying it. Anyway, but back to the international week, the semi-final week. Did you find it really... We found it fascinating, the fact that the two people of German heritage, even if they kept on saying questionable German heritage for Olivia, the people of German heritage went German. The people of Italian heritage went French. And the whole interesting part of that was it was International Week. Pick wherever you want to make a cake from, and we had 2 countries.
To be honest, though, a lot of countries are not big on cake. Like,
We've already said that Lebanon's got a great babka.
Oh my god, but you know what? Listen to this. If I didn't pick German, do you think their heads would have bloody exploded? Like, Maggie would be like, what are you doing? You could be German and German. Like, oh, my God. And even when I made the bagel, she's going, is this a family recipe? I'm like, no, I got it partly off the internet and I partly made it up.
I'm sure that there's somebody, 7 generations, 3 times removed who put it on the net. And that's where I've got it from.
Exactly.
So it's sort of a well, aren't we all a big family?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if I didn't choose German cake, I think there would have been a bloody uproar in the streets, at least on Maggie's end.
Maggie leading a march down the road, and because it was just filming time and no one had actually ever seen it, everyone's going, what is Maggie Beer doing? Why is she running down the road with placards saying, bring back the German cakes?
Yeah, with a pitchfork and a flamethrower.
Exactly. And Matt Moran just sort of looking from behind going, Maggie, where are you going? Maggie?
Yeah, like, Maggie, come on.
Look,
Come back here. Look, I've got some buttercream for you.
Yeah. luring her back by just leaving clumps of buttercream along the road. like a trail of breadcrumbs. Yes. Just the buttercream dollops. Maggie going, ooh.
Gretel with buttercream.
And then she's like, ooh, that's not buttercream.
But on the plus side, it is a German story, so that we've come completely full circle.
Yes.
There we go. That worked quite well.
Yeah, it was so weird that Antonio didn't do something wog and Mon didn't do something wog. To be honest,
I just went French. near enough. Near enough.
Sorry, Italian. Did I say Italian? They're fully accepting of the term wog. It's,
No, that's what I'm saying. They went. Should we do something Italian? They've got so many different. No one the other thought we'll just go over here and we'll do something French because why not? And Antonio was possibly thinking he'd baked his panettone the week before. I give him grief over this because I care.
Because we know you're very good.
Your Middle Eastern babka. Between a Middle Eastern babka and a panettone, which is like an Italian babka. Maybe the week before was actually International Week and no one knew.
Yeah, exactly. He was just getting in there early. It's like his practice. He's so far ahead of the game.
That's actually quite a good point. He was so ahead of his time.
Yeah.
He was just like a week early.
Oh my god, yeah. My god, yeah. Like that kid, swear to God, like you love him and you hate him at the same time because you're like, wow, you should not be this good and you're making me look this shit. Like, I love you, but geez.
It's like, dude, we really like you, but we'd like you even more if you'd tone it down a little bit. Have you bought a cookie cutter in yourself? You've brought one from a shop. Can you just buy like a pack of dough mix and just sort of roll it out and cut them? That'd be good.
When I was 16...
Yeah, that'd be good. Like, tone it down a little bit, Antonio. You make the rest of us look bad.
You got time.
And
time's on your side, Antonio. Time's on your side.
Like, imagine how good he's gonna get. Like, seriously, he blows my mind.
I don't know. I kind of like the idea that he's peaked.
You're horrible.
I'm sure he'll give me grief for that. It's all good.
He probably will. He's probably gonna tweet you mean things and
Careful, he's an expert troll.
I know he's an expert troll. I was involved.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, I just look at Antonio and think, when I was 16, I was proud that I could create spaghetti bolognese using a pre-made pasta sauce, let alone...
It's an achievement.
It's an achievement, as opposed to whipping out a cake. I mean, if I got a White Wings cake, done up, that was pretty cool. If it got ice, that was even better.
Talk about packet mix in front of me, Christy.
Oh, I can't even get into my kitchen.
Not even an egg magic Pavlov magic egg?
Oh, they were good, weren't they?
No.
Oh my God, you guys!
I'm kidding. I can't get into my kitchen. I'm basically banned from it because when someone moved in, they brought in their, what's it called? KitchenAid.
I brought my own KitchenAid.
And all of his equipment and basically said, nah, this is my domain and I have to fight him or wait till he's so sick he can't get out of bed to be able to cook in my kitchen. So...
Wow.
Yeah, I kind of may have commandeered the kitchen a little bit.
Yeah.
But I'm so glad glad you've got a KitchenAid, to be honest, because they rock.
Oh, yeah. And again, I brought it with me, and I think that was probably the thing that sweetened the deal.
It is, but
So I turned up with a KitchenAid, and my parents cried because
yes.
they wanted to keep it. My parents wanted my KitchenAid, and they're like, "Can we have this? You're leaving this." I'm like, "No, it's coming." What do you mean?
Yeah, I plan on stealing my mum's when I move out.
Yes, and it's purple. It's not even red. It's purple.
Yes.
Oh, mine is cherry red. It's great.
Everyone I know has the red ones.
Because the red rocks. Red is the superior colour to purple.
I'm sorry, but the red one is just so cliche. And everything I have is purple.
I know, but, that's your kitchen now, so you can have whatever fucking colour you want. Just keep cooking for me.
I may have gone out and bought all of the appliances as purple appliances, and everyone looked at it and went, "Oh, Christy, how did Chris react when you picked purple appliances?" And she had to tell them that was me.
Yeah, that one.
I needed to match the KitchenAid. It was that simple. I actually needed to match the KitchenAid.
Yeah, all my friends and their gender stereotyping.
Terrible people.
Horrible people. What
I
wasn't
love you, friends.
What wasn't horrible?
Yes.
Look at this segue. I'm semi-professional here. I should fall over now and forget what I was saying.
Yes.
No. Speaking of sensational, let's talk Taj Mahal, shall we?
Oh, my God. That was amazing.
Okay. Taj Mahal was kind of incredible.
It was and it wasn't. Like, it was pretty impressive, like, the amount of shit I got done in 5 hours.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, oh my God, the decoration was so shoddy. Like, the piping was shite. The decoration was shite.
It was to scale, unlike somebody's camel at the pyramids.
But yeah, I was pretty proud of it. Like, I wasn't expecting Star Baker that week. So I'm pretty stoked, actually, that I got Star Baker at least once.
So I noticed when you first started baking, you were putting a lot of, like, Indian spices in stuff. So have you travelled to India? Is that, like, something...
Oh, God, no. I kind of just discovered cardamom, and I'm like, oh my God, love this.
What? This is brilliant. Everything.
I'm going to chuck this in everything. Like,
That's an interesting niche, Tash.
I just wanted to do things a bit differently. And when I did Taj Mahal, I'm like, well, how can I make it Indian? And I'm like, well, the tea tray dipshit, of course you can make it Indian. Just chai in there. Like, oh, right. Like,
She's like, you know what to go well here? Cardamom. every week, just working out how you can fit cardamom into a bake.
Yeah, just a little sprinkle here and there. It was in my bloody bagels, for Christ's sake.
That's important, but that's important though. I mean, you can fit cardamom everywhere. I want to know how you'd fit it into those burgers.
Oh, no, that was caraway actually.
Yeah, that's right.
Bread.
Exactly, that was caraway into the bread. But I don't know. I still struggle with Burger Week. I really do.
They baked the
It.
bread.
Part of it's baked. You know what happened last season? They made donuts and they were fried, not baked. So,
Booyah.
you know.
Yeah, I'm not. I did. I say that Donut Week was fair?
No.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
No, but you know what? At least part of the bake was baked.
Part of it was, but my only problem with it was that poor James, they took the top of his burger off and went, "There's too much bread." It was bread week. It's bread week. There's too much bread in this bread week. Get rid of it. I just want the meat of the burger. No, that's not meat week. It's bread week. Eat the bread. No.
But oh my God, if you could taste his fried chicken, like you would not be wanting bread. You just want like a whole tray of that chicken. Because he called me up in my apartment and he's like, Liesel, I've made burgers. And I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm coming down.
The fried chicken looked incredible.
Oh my God, his first attempt, I'm like, oh, James, that chicken. But, change the bun because it's a little bit, this and that. And
There's too much bread.
No, Liesel said there's not enough bread in this one. And so he made more bread.
Increase the bread. And then they've turned around and gone, what are you doing with the bread?
I ruined that one for him. I'll take the blame for that one. I think James should have gotten Star Baker that week, no doubt.
It was a really interesting week. I mean, the breads that people were making for those burgers looked incredible. Mm-hmm. But it was just like focus a bit more on the bread and less on the filling. That was my only complaint. And there was a couple of times where you were making sort of savoury versions of things that aren't normally savoury, which, sweet potato Danish.
Yeah.
But that sounded really good. But the thing was, the sweet potato Danish sounded really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I fucked it up. Did you not see?
I did see you fucked it up. I wasn't going to bring that up. I was going to pretend. I was trying to be nice.
Thank you.
But, okay, fine. So, why did you fuck up your sweet potato Danish?
Off week.
Because, oh my God, I used rough puff instead of Danish pastry.
Dum,
And I'm going,
dum, dum.
It's like, bloody shot to the heart from that, Moran. If you're not using Danish pastry, what are you living for? I mean,
What's with rough puff?
I can't call this a Danish now. I'll have to call it a rough puff. A sweet potato rough puff.
Be careful next time you go to Aria if suddenly there's a sweet potato rough puff on the menu, you know.
well, you know what? There's no Aria in Perth, so I don't think there's much of a chance of that happening anytime soon.
You're just going to have to travel for it.
Wow. But, yeah.
But that week was an interesting week because you had the Danishes, then you had your lamb Wellington,
Yeah.
which went quite well.
Loving it.
Just quite well on the quiet.
Did you get to eat your own, or did everyone just like come in and knock people out of the way for it?
Usually the winner, most people just bull rush it,
I was going to say, you didn't get yours. You got Fee's one, didn't you?
The rounded corners.
I got a slice of mine, and then everyone else just.
Everyone stole it.
Speaking of Fee's rounded corners right now, we watched that Matt Moran special, one because it was straight after Bake Off, and two because it's Matt Moran. And he made a beef Wellington and he rounded his corners. We watched.
Oh, you well, there's actually a photo. There's a photo on the Washing Up Twitter, which was we took the screen cap. Yeah, he rounded the edges of his Wellingtons.
What a bloody hypocrite!
I know. He should have gone back. He should have been kicked out of the tent that week.
I know. We should have had a whole refill where Fee got to blitz that one.
And then everyone had to go back and make their shoe animals all over again.
Oh no!
Oh God!
Should we talk about Engelbert?
I did not love those shoe animals, to be honest. I would have put them all up for adoption.
How
about for euthanasia at the local pound? Just put them out of their misery.
How are you so? A question I never thought I would get to ask anybody in a million years. Talk me through the process of selecting an echidna for a shoe animal.
Right.
Because there's a whole lot in that sentence. It just needs unpacking. But
to be honest, because the brief for us said, look, you need to do some sugar work as well. And I'm like, oh, shit, I don't know what to do for that. So I was trying to go through the different animals and see what I could put sugar work on. And then I'm like, oh, my God, an echidna. I could, dip nuts in toffee and, do the spike. So that's the exact reason I chose it, because I could use the sugar work. But that was a tough challenge. That was, not easy, especially when you're working with chew pastry, because that's temperamental as hell.
Which is why most profiteroles are just little blobs.
I know.
And the thing that I'll definitely say for you is at least you attempted one large creature, as opposed to somebody who attempted 12 different signs of the zodiac.
It's not her fault. It's Buddha's fault.
I know it's her.
But the thing is, if you were there and you tasted them, they
looked amazing. They looked amazing. My only complaint with her was 12, really.
Yes, but at least we got to see Matt Moran get a big face full of cock. Creamy cock.
Yep.
I know. That was the crowning moment of the series.
That really, and the funny part was that wasn't even Filth Week.
No.
That wasn't Filth Week. I mean, and I also found it really fascinating that the week that we've all sort of dubbed Filth Week was the week that said Fiona was well behaved.
Yes.
It was Noel.
Yeah.
It was Noel and that potty mouth of his.
Noel is such a dirty old man. I love him to bits, but he doesn't realise that he's being dirty. He's such a teacher, and we were always hanging out together and everything. All 12 of us, and then lesser denominations of that number because sadly people went home.
Yeah.
But Noel was so shocked at our potty mouths. We'd swear in general conversation. His eyes would just roll back in his head going, I can't believe this. And he's calling his wife, telling her how much we're swearing.
And she's like, oh, for fuck's sake, Noel.
Fuck's sake, Noel, harden up.
She's like, grow up, Noel.
You're a teacher, Noel. You've heard this language before.
Yeah, exactly. But he's such a school teacher, and God, he's such a sweetheart. We love him to bits, but the stress of the competition definitely got to him, I think, at times.
Well, I mean, Chocolate Week, where he said that he didn't particularly like chocolate.
I know, like, what do you want to make us cry, Noel?
Yeah. I mean, that was the moment on the cooling rack that Paul really turned.
Yes.
Was the moment where Noel went, I don't really like chocolate. That was the moment that Paul suddenly turned.
You are dead to me. You know, like chocolate. Yeah. So Paul's in the pocket of Big Chocolate, obviously.
Must be. Big Chocolate.
And so, Liesel, are you in the pocket of Big Spice or Big Cardamom? That's what I'm thinking.
Oh my God, no one is funding me. God, I'm only a semi-finalist, remember, guys?
Just the semi-finalist.
I've got no titles to claim.
Yeah, you got semi-finalist.
You got semi-finalist. You've got the Queen of Ninish Tarts, which I don't know if you really want.
You know what we need to do? We need to issue Liesel with a "You Tried" certificate.
Oh my God, do it!
And especially made the washing up T-shirt.
Yes.
Holy shit, that's going to be amazing. I can't wait for that. But you know what? To be honest, I'm not at all bitter about getting out of the semi-finals because it was definitely my time to go. Like, I knew I was going. I knew that it was my time, and I'm like, well, that was a shit tort, and that was a crappy souffle. Like,
and then look, and if you're going to pick a week to go out on a challenge that's difficult, you know, like a souffle and a shit tort. Don't go out on like, and this is a angel cake. Go out on something tricky.
Don't go out on.
Like,
here's a pancake.
Yeah,
just,
you picked the right. You picked the right week.
Thank you. I tried to pick the right week.
You picked the right week because you managed. First of all, it was really difficult technical. Secondly, you went for a really difficult final bake that is always dry unless your name is Olivia and you've mastered some sort of wizardry and voodoo. And you went out with a German cheesecake, which, by the way, may I say, I still don't understand the criticism of not linking those berries together. I mean...
Oh, you know what? They didn't even include all the criticism, to be honest. I suffered a lot of criticism on that one, and I was like, you know what? I think this is my week.
I looked at it and I'm going, but I've had cheesecakes with, like, the berries just sitting on top of them before. It's fine. They don't always need some form of robust glaze holding them together.
Like, I did glaze it. They just still fell off. But, Matt Moran was especially not pleased with my cheesecake. Maggie was pretty chill with it. She enjoyed it. And he likes the flavours, but he basically said to me, cheesecake only has biscuit base, not a pastry base, and it's not tall enough. And I'm like, well, what if you want a bigger piece with more cherries? Like, I'd rather have more cherries than more cheesecake.
I think Matt Moran's just got a like a gang warfare with Sarah Lee. It's Matt Moran v Sarah Lee.
Yeah. Everybody has to like something, but apparently Matt doesn't like Sarah Lee.
He's a man who loves a fat cheesecake, so fair enough to him. All props to him.
I mean, maybe the cheesecake base, maybe it reminded Maggie of buttercream. She's like, this is so close to my home. Now, speaking of buttercream and different types of cakes with cream on them, let's go back to something we mentioned earlier before the broadcast broke up the first time.
Ninish tarts?
No. Something far more important. The most impressive thing that I think we saw in the entire run of Bake Off. Outside of the grand final.
Oh, yes!
There's a wonderful, wonderful video out there. It's an Instagram flick series of pictures. Feel free to describe them, will you? Because it's wonderful.
Sure. So because when you get eliminated, you've got a lot of ingredients that you bought practice bakes that you have to give on to other bakers. So Fee and I were the only ones left in Sydney that weren't in the finals. So what we did was we were like, oh my God, we're going to use all these ingredients up. We're going to bake like a feast for the finale. So when all the bakers come back, they can eat all this stuff and yada, yada, yada. So we ended up with way too much food because we made like 4 tarts, like 5 vodkas, like shit we didn't even need because everyone else got their own food. And so by the end we had a lemon meringue pie that Fee made.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm a sucker for lemon meringue pie.
Fee was like, you know what? Let's do a cake smash. And I'm like, oh my God. Yes.
Perfect
So
ending.
we handed the phone to my uncle and we're like, you know what, take pictures while we shove cake or pie in each other's faces right now. And that was just the best experience ever.
And the music that Fee then put to it was amazing. Mm-hmm. And what I also loved was the very serious look of all the producers and people inside the shed who are still readying things and getting it ready. In the background, they're really focusing intently on like fixing the benches up and putting stuff on there. And there's you guys like getting cake smashed in your face.
Yeah, basically, we just went, okay, are we ready? And then we started slowly like trying to feed each other. And then I just went smush right in their faces. Like, oh, get stuffed and smushed me too.
The first image actually in the run, it was mentioned the other day that I thought the first image in the run is perfect because it's Fee basically with the cake in hand, almost like she's giving instructions, and you just leaning forward, ready to get smashed in the face. It's this beautiful first image of like Fee going, "This is what we're doing," and you leaning forward, going, "Okay, hit me."
Yeah, like I'm always ready to get pie in the face. Like if some of it gets in my mouth, that's just a bonus.
It's like it's just randomly just.
You know, that was me in my early 20s. Sorry. I wasn't going to make it dirty, but I couldn't help myself. It just came bubbling out.
Say, what is that? Oh God, no! I was going to say something really dirty, but I really shouldn't I?
Oh fuck it! I've said felching on this podcast.
Yeah, she said felching on the podcast.
Oh God, no.
So back to the cream on the face, because that's not dirty at all.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, in your early 20s, you'd love a bit of cream on your face. Like,
Can I point out that I'm the one keeping it clean, by the way? And I am shocked and appalled.
Of course you are. You just go and be the moral voice there.
I'll just go and be the teacher in the corner like Noel, being shocked and appalled at your language, ladies.
Yes. Go call your wife.
The language.
yeah, that was the best experience.
It was fantastically it was well shot, and it just looked really fun. And I think it sort of captured a lot of that lightheartedness of the series because as everyone keeps on talking about...
As opposed to a serious pie in the face.
Well, Jeremy Clarkson got hit with one when they were doing the complaints about coal production, so they hit him in the face about global warming. Why they chose a pie, I don't know. But
okay.
In terms of just with the series and the way the series went, and everyone's talked about it, but it really was the nicest series of a TV show I've ever seen.
Yep.
And
God, yeah.
everyone was so friendly, and the online community overall, from everything that we've saw, was just so warm, engaging, and just
lovely.
wonderful.
Yeah, they were all just lovely.
And I think it sort of captured it perfectly.
Thing. Like, from day one, we just became a family, and it was so hard to lose Jeanette first because she was our nana, and it was difficult to lose someone every week. And just see someone go. It's like they're leaving forever, And, like, the first day I came in and gave everyone hugs, and I was like, hi, guys. And part of that was because I was really excited to be there, and part of that was because I was codeine up to the eyeballs because I had tonsillitis.
Oh, no.
And part of it was trying to just put everyone off their game by hugging them.
Giving them tonsillitis.
Yeah. I remember some of them from auditions. Like, I was like, hey, Sergio, because I did the Sydney auditions with him, like the second round of auditions, and I'm like, oh my God, you're so young. And all this stuff.
I like the way that you're saying to somebody, you're so young.
Like, I'm only 3 years older than you, but what?
Yeah.
No, but the thing is, a 16-year-old to a 19-year-old is like, I don't know, a 10-year-old to a 36-year-old. That's what I'm thinking.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
But, it was crazy because I'm like, oh my God, you're 16. What are you even doing here? And then I'm like, well, you're 16. You're going to whoop my ass. Like, I don't even know how to do it.
What are you doing here? Apparently out baking me at times.
Yeah, basically. Not at times, every time.
Yeah, it's just a really warm, it just seemed to be a really warm environment.
It was so great, honestly. And because we were all living in the same apartments, we'd go out to dinner and on separate nights we'd have everyone round to our own apartment. So, I made schnitzels for everyone one night.
Of course you did.
Jeremy made what do you make? Some kind of, what are they called? Like empanadas. Empanadas for everyone.
Yum.
Vietnamese heritage.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's nice. I'm disappointed we weren't invited around for dinner now. But
Should have gone through the time traveling vortex.
yeah, we've got this time traveling ability. Why didn't we use it to eat their food? Damn it! Now we think of it after we've lost the vortex.
Yes.
God damn it.
Once the time tunnel is closed up, then we suddenly go, oh!
I know what happens. The doctor turns up on our doorstep with the TARDIS, and he's like, "Where, anywhere in space and time, where do you want to go?" And we go, back to, Bake Off,
Like-
night Jeremy serving empanadas.
Yeah, day 3 while they're all eating.
Yes.
Just day 3 while they're all eating.
Bam.
That's the plan. This is what we're doing. But you can go anywhere. Day 3 when they're all eating. Just send us back there. That'd be perfect.
Yes. So,
Oh my God.
the other thing that I wanted to bring up is that when you were talking to Paul and Tegan, is that they were always so surprised that, oh, you're a model, but you can bake. Like, I just don't get that, how they can go together. And for me, it's kind of like, honey, I'm fat and I can't bake for shit. The two aren't, they don't go together. Like, do people often say that to you? And how do you feel?
Yeah, a little bit, because it's like, oh, okay, I'm either sorry I'm not fat, or I'm sorry I'm not skinny enough. It's one of those things where you're like, oh, it doesn't go together. I'm like, well, there's a thing called exercise which kind of offsets that shit.
Oh, that's what I'm missing. Damn it. I'm just doing the eating. I'm not doing the exercising.
Yeah, we do.
But to be honest, though, yeah, as soon as I did Bake Off, that kind of like nosedived my modelling career, because I put on like 10 kilos.
No, you just go become a plus size model. I've got a few friends. I'll hook you up.
Oh, cool. Right,
Yeah.
let's do that. Because I would love to be able to pose like eating cake and like shoving cake in someone else's face. Fee, where you at?
It sounds like
Shout out to the trivia queen.
yeah.
But at the moment I'm not exercising at all. Don't tell my agency shit.
That's okay. They won't hear this.
She said what was that? You're exercising a lot. Oh my gosh. Wow, that's great.
That's wonderful. What a regime you're on.
Don't feel bad at all. But I'm not really sure how I feel about the modelling thing anymore, to be honest. Like, I'd love to do it, but at the same time, it's a really destructive industry. Like, if I could go back and tell my 17-year-old self not to do it, I wouldn't do it.
And I mean, so you're at the moment you're doing university now at the moment, aren't you, as well?
Yeah. I'm doing a double degree.
Oh, what are you doing your degrees in?
One of them is conservation and wildlife, and the other is biological science.
Oh, wow. See?
So glorified tree hugger, basically. Yeah.
You're a professional hippie.
You're a hippie with the qualifications.
Yes.
I'm
She's
going
a
to emerge with a professional degree in tree hugging, and that's what I'll do for the rest of my life. Just comforting trees, like making sure they're okay.
You'll hug them, and when someone goes up and goes, "Get a job," you'll start using technical names for everything that's going on and go, "That is my job."
Yep, basically. So yeah, just super hippie as well.
Oh, awesome. So do you have a passion for like environmentalism, or are you learning how to destruct trees faster?
I love that that's what they're teaching.
Yeah, well,
Hug the tree and kill it. It's not a martial art.
well, I kind of look at the knowledge as neutral, and you can either use the powers for good or for evil. I just want to find out what side she falls on.
You play too many video games.
I watch too much Captain Planet.
The power is yours.
I'd love to save the world, but it's one of those things you kind of compromise with the big corporations and things like that. Otherwise, you're not going to get anywhere.
You'd love to save the world, but you've got cakes to bake.
Exactly.
Well, actually, not cakes to bake, pastry to make.
And you've got ingredients to buy. It's about that balance, isn't it? Trying to make it a little bit
Finding the
greener.
cardamom in the world.
Yeah, like what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bribe the big corporations with like lots of yummy baked goods and be like, you know what? That was a binding contract in icing, actually. So
It's like you suddenly find out that Maggie Beer actually works for a big corporation, so he's piling buttercream going, "Here, Maggie, let's just have some more. Remember me? Have some more."
I know your weakness.
yeah, I'm gonna set set up a buttercream catapult and just load it up like every couple of hours and just like fling a thing of buttercream at her house in the Barossa and just be like, Maggie!
Just hearing this beep, beep, beep as a dump truck with buttercream just backs up to the driveway. Just tipping it out on the driveway. What are you doing? What are you doing? It's buttercream, Maggie. Just stand there.
I'm surprised she didn't offer you a job over Antonio, you know, like proffering her with buttercream.
Oh, God. No, I reckon they'll work together sometime soon. They've got to.
I still maintain that it's actually going to end up as Maggie's going to work at Antonio's place.
I like it to be the cook and the apprentice, you know, the follow-on from the cook and the chef.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Antonio wants to do a pastry chef apprenticeship anyway, so that's perfect.
Yeah, again, I said I can just picture it now that Antonio gets his own place and Maggie ends up just working for him. You know, roles completely reversed. And he's just going, you're the greeter, Maggie. Go greet people. Welcome them in wonderfully.
Here's your toot-toot apron now.
Here's your toot-toot apron. So, anyway.
That Paul from the cooling rack hand stitched for him.
Yes, it's been lovingly crocheted. He's been working on it for months.
Yes.
You know, and there's a little sound effect too. You push a button and it goes. So
that's got to happen.
I hope so, Paul. If you're listening to this,
I wouldn't put it past him.
Paul, if you're listening, you better be working.
Yes.
Yeah.
Get crocheting.
Get cross-stitching.
Yeah. Cross-stitching. They're doing this big Thomas the Tank Engine version with Antonio's face on it.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. Oh, my God. I need to make a gif of that. Oh, that was so good.
Well, I think you owe him one, so go for it.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
You definitely owe him one, so I'd go for that one. Well, it's been spectacular to be able to talk to you, even though we had the slight technical hiccup. It's been really good fun to have a chat.
Yes, just so lovely hearing from you because like all through the Bake Off, I'm like, oh, she looks so lovely. I just want to have a chat. And look, here I am tonight, just listening away and giggling like a half drunk drunkard.
And you haven't had anything to drink. And I'd also like to you know, apologise for fulfilling a stereotype you've never heard in your life, which was every time your name got mentioned using a Sound of Music gif.
Oh my God!
Because I know you've never had that in your life before.
Oh no, never. What are you talking
You know,
about?
I think the week that the Dequoir failed, I think I may have tweeted out that the problem was you were hanging out with that young German boy Rolf. So.
I was led astray by a Nazi.
Yes, exactly. It's all that time hanging out with Nazis. More time cooking, less time Naziing.
I'm sorry, these days they're called alternate right.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was led astray by an alternate right, and that's what stuff at my Schichttorte.
But on the plus side, your baking's gone really well since you fled over the border. Anyway, it's been spectacular to be able to have a chat with you. Thank you for coming on and having a talk with us.
Honestly, it's been lovely. Thank you so much.
No problem. Thank you, Liesel.
Ciao.